Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you what I assume to be Game 5 in a series between Sjow and Elfi. I'm not 100% sure of the order anymore, as the website that I pulled these from said this was Game 5, but this may be a best of 7 series, and I thought it was a best of 5 series based upon it being played on the European servers. But yeah, let's get this game underway and we'll figure out what's exactly happening. Elfi spawning as the blue Protoss player over here at the 7 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Sjow spawning here at the 4.5 position as the red Terran. So Terran versus Protoss once again here, and this time on Shakuras Plateau. Has been an interesting series so far. The first 2 games that I casted were fairly long games, and now after that, both of these players, they may just be getting tired and going for more very aggressive tech builds, just catching each player off guard with very different strategies. I'm not going to try to go into those games just in case you're watching these games out of order. Elfi now setting up this gateway and now doing some early scouting with this probe. So this probe will be making its way around the map in order to gain some sight, and you cannot spawn in the ally position. The ally position is actually across, is east versus west. So a lot of people have been telling me this was the ally spawn, and yes, you can spawn as allies. This is in fact not the ally spawn. So yes, you can. I have never seen one game where you actually spawn in terms of ally on this map so far, when this map became part of the 1v1 strategy. So Elfi now coming up into this north side here will be able to do some scouting and then quickly come back down. My connection to Battle.net has been lost, so oh well, good thing I'm just watching replays. Now we do see the command center coming on, or command center just continue to build. We should be getting an upgrading to an orbital command in just a moment. It looks like the Marine will be able to start being trained in just a moment as that probe tries to come up this ramp. The probe will be able to see, and yes, I did set this up as busy, but when it relogged me in, it set me as available. Anyway, so back over here, the probe was able to quickly get some sight onto that barracks. However, it didn't see very much else. I'm kind of surprised he didn't take a look in to see how much gas there was being built, if there was a double refinery, perhaps trying to go for an earlier factory. But instead, this one probe coming back here and now activating this Zelnaga watchtower will be able to gain sight and perhaps try to become very aggressive. We do see a factory now coming online as Sjow continues to train up more and more Marines. So Sjow now getting more Marines will be able to hold off any early stalkers that try to walk up that ramp. I say stalker just because stalker has a faster movement speed. Trying to warp or trying to walk a zealot halfway across the ramp would mean that there are even more Marines over here. However, Sjow just pumping out a lot of Marines, trying to make sure to stay on top of his macro and get ahead and not fall behind. And last game, actually no, not going to be talking about last game, as another supply depot now being placed down over here, offering sight, making sure that if there are any void rays, that he is able to get sight of them relatively early and try to move out with those Marines. Factory now coming in, and now Sjow with this 1-1 build so far will have a very strong tech advantage. However, his army will be very weak. Back over here, we now see the one stalker trying to make its way up this ramp. Will be able to make its way into this location. However, 5 Marines will be able to start shooting at it very quickly, and that one stalker does not want to try to engage too many Marines there. 30 damage every 0.86 seconds, a very high DPS rate. But Elfi now setting up to be what it looks like to be a 4-gate push. So it is going to be a 4-gate push. Those gateways are now all online. The Cybernetics core will be upgrading all those units here, and you can see Elfi not getting any additional gas right now, only mining off of here. So currently with 17 probes, 1 Hellion on the way over there, and with that 1 Hellion, that Hellion may be able to get off a lot of damage very early. We see the Infernal Pre-Igniter research currently being researched, and you know that the Hellion can take down multiple zealots, especially if that Igniter research has been researched. There is no one on gas over here as the stalkers now make their way up this ramp. The bunkers are not being completed just right yet. The Marines are now trying to hold off against this attack. However, this bunker will get taken down. SCVs coming off the mineral line trying to deal more damage. One mule doesn't even have an attack, trying to join in on this fight and now pushing against the rest of those units. Zealots now making their way up. However, another pylon will be able to warp in units onto the high ground, and that's going to be a lot of damage dealt very quickly. Zealots now warping in onto that high ground. There is one bunker, and now it looks as though Elfi, not wanting to engage against that bunker, now pulling away. 1 zealot and 1 stalker coming back over here. However, I believe, yes, 1 Hellion in this location, still getting more and more kills, and no Zealots or Stalkers trying to warp into this location here. So it's still a back and forth game. Zealots and a probe trying to engage. However, one Hellion in this location getting a lot of damage dealt across multiple of those Zealots, and those Zealots are quickly getting eaten apart. And now this pylon will get taken down, and Elfi says GG. Wow. Okay, so once again, a very, very short game, and I believe this was either game 4 now. I casted these games out of order, not going to tell you who wins this best of 5 series, but this one Hellion in this base, getting 6 very, very easy probe kills, was able to simply win the game. This Hellion, the hero unit in this matchup, 24 damage, able to get multiple attacks across multiple probes, and with that, upgraded attack, and these 2 probes would have quickly been taken down, and Elfi realized that he would not be able to get back into this game. He stopped mining gas for a little while, and because of that, he was unable to get even one Stalker into this, and warp in one Stalker into his own base to try to protect himself against this Hellion harass. And back over here, in this pylon would quickly get taken down, and now more Hellions would be trained with no Stalkers in the near future, as it takes about, I believe, 30 to 45 game seconds to even warp in a Stalker at this point. By the time he warped in a Stalker, this one Hellion probably would have gotten even more probe kills, and yeah, Elfi realized this army was just too strong. He would not be able to come back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys, these 3 really, really short games in this conclusion of a best of 5 series between Elfi and Sjow. I believe this is either game 4 or not game 5, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this game here on Shakuras Plateau. Hope to see you guys on Battle.net.